Dwight Gayle has signed for the Rams. Is he going to make his debut this weekend in Paul Warne's starting 11, or is he going to be coming off the bench to replace somebody? Now, he recently signed on a short-term deal until the end of the season, replacing James Collins, who is out with an injury until around mid-April. Now, let's take a look into this fixture versus Barnsley. Let's see, can Derby pick up all 3 points and continue their push for automatic promotion? So here we have it. Derby head to Oakwell to face Barnsley this Saturday. It is a 3 p.m. kickoff. It's a massively, massively important game for both sides in the top 6. Both sides in that push for automatic promotion. Now, if we look down a little bit further, you can see the head-to-head record of both sides throughout numerous games through the Championship and last season in League One. And Derby come out trumps on a head-to-head basis. 11 wins to 6, with 6 draws included as well. Derby beat Barnsley 3-0 at home in November. James Collins scoring a double on that day. But we cannot forget the result away at Barnsley last season, where Barnsley absolutely battered Derby County. It was that period where Derby seemed to lose all force and all composure in that 2022-2023 season. Now, you let me know down in the comments what you think heading into this game. What is your prediction? Can Derby pick up another 3 points? We're now going to take a look into each side's recent form, and then we're going to look at the league table. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Around 80% of you are not subscribed. So what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. There's loads of Formula 1 and football content coming your way towards the back end of this football season and the start of the Formula 1 season. So I'll let you now get back to the video. So as you can see here, Derby have won 4 of their past 5. Barnsley have won 2 of their last 5, picking up 2 draws and a loss in the process. Derby only drawing to Shrewsbury Town in the middle of their previous 5 fixtures. Now, Derby are one of the most informed sides in the league this season. They've been absolutely brilliant heading after this Christmas period. After that loss to Peterborough, they've picked up the results when they've not really been performing. We've had a few tricky games, most notably Reading, and even the look at the Bradford home game. Those were the sorts of games that Derby was struggling with. Barnsley, on the other hand, seemed to have found some form recently, and they were struggling just outside the top 6, but they've now got themselves firmly cemented, 7 points clear of 7th place Stevenage, and they have a game in hand on us, Derby, in the top 2. Shall we now take a look at the league table to see what repercussions this could have heading into the back end of the season? So, as you can see here, Bolton have closed in on Derby after winning their game against Cambridge last night. They now find themselves with 66 points after 32 games. Derby 66 after 33. Barnsley are sitting there with 60 in 32. They could find themselves awfully close to Derby if they pick up a victory. Derby will be looking to close the gap onto Portsmouth with a win this weekend. Hopefully Portsmouth will drop some points. Hopefully Barnsley will drop some points. But this is going to be a massively pivotal game. Only a few sides have scored similar or more goals than Derby County this season. Derby County have 58 goals in all their games this season, and they've only conceded 29, which is one of the best defensive records in the league. Shall we now take a look at the Barnsley manager and the squad to see who they have got and if there is any familiar faces. So here is Barnsley's manager. He took over in the summer. His name is Neil Collins. He's a 40-year-old Scotsman. He's been in charge of 39 matches, winning 20, drawing 10 and losing 9. He was previously at the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and he was there for a large period of time. He finished his senior career there in 2019 and has been there as a coach ever since. Since being at Barnsley, he has a 51% win rate, collecting 1.8 points per game in his time as manager. Now, let's take a look at some of the Dangermen for Barnsley. You can see there, Devante Cole has 17 goals this season. He's also collected 3 assists. He's a player which Derby will need to shut down. If I remember correctly, he scored twice against us in the fixture last season, and it can be a proper Dangerman. We also need to look out for Herbie Kane. He's collected 8 goals and 5 assists so far this season. John McAtee, another player who could be a danger man, collecting 6 goals this season. Adam Phillips and Corey O'Keefe collecting 5 assists and 4 assists respectively. Both key players who could cause a real problem for Derby County. I'm going to talk a little bit now about Joe Wildsmith. He's recently found himself back in between the sticks as a result of Josh Vickers picking up a quad injury. Now, I think Joe Wildsmith should never have lost his place in the first place, but he's sealed that number 1 shirt again, in my opinion, being absolutely pivotal to keeping us in games recently and making sure that we pick up all 3 points. I thought he was brilliant against Stevenage. I thought he's been good ever since he came back in. Let me know your thoughts on Joe Wildsmith down in the comments. He's a player who's out of contract in the summer. Is it one that we will renew? I personally think so. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I can't talk about this game without giving a bit of conversation to Dwight Gayle. He's a 34-year-old striker that is signed for Derby County on a free transfer after leaving Stoke at the end of the transfer window. Now, for me, this could be an absolute pivotal signing. We obviously lost James Collins, and you could see in the game at the weekend that without having a proper number 9, we were just a bit lacking in the final third and up front. So hopefully that is something which Derby can rectify with this signing of Dwight Gayle. There's been a few training videos of him popping up on social media, and he's looked really sharp. Hopefully, he'll find himself in the starting 11. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to do a lineup prediction. I'm going to give you my starting 11 and all the reasons for who I pick in what position. So, here is the team I'm predicting for the upcoming game. I thought Ibu Adams has been absolutely brilliant since signing this season, since signing in January. I think he's been absolutely pivotal in our midfield. He's really showed that he's not scared of a challenge. He wants to get on the ball. But I do think we need to bring back Conor Hourihane into the side just as someone who is able to collect the ball off Adams, because I felt at times his technical now in certain situations was questioned. I thought he was caught out a few times. Now, we brought Corey Smith on late on in the game and I thought he made a real difference, but I'm unsure where he is fitness-wise, if he's fit enough to start. Now, you'll also notice I have got Dwight Gayle starting up front. Now, the caveat to that is he fit? Now, he looks sharp on training videos, but it's easy to look sharp on a 10-second clip. Is he fit enough? Paul Warne is the only one that will know that question. And I think he should be one that we look at starting towards this game. If he isn't fit, I'd go with similar to how we played against Stevenage, with Mendez-Lang up front and Barkhuizen on the left. If that means we have to lose Hourihane in midfield to put Sonny Bradley in and go to a back 5, I can deal with it for now, and then obviously bringing on Dwight Gayle's legs late on in the game. Now, this is my team. Let me know yours down in the comments, and let me know your score predictions. So that is the end of this preview. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button. Comment down below what you think is going to happen this weekend. Do you think Derby are going to collect all 3 points? And I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.